I gave Fuji so much grief about the X100 series that the only way to make it up to them was to buy two of them. This is the X100 6, and it's supposed to be outrageously good. All the reviews I've seen have been incredible, and the one thing I do like about it the most is that it has the same sensor as the XH2S, which was a camera I loved. I used a hell of a lot for sports photography and just general stuff, you know, going out, landscape photography, architecture, that sort of stuff. I really enjoyed it, but I've never liked the X100V, and I was vocal about that. I got so much grief from all the fanboys out there when I compared it to my love for the Leica Q2 and then Q3, as this one is. It will not compare to this. It's not meant to. It's a quarter of the price, maybe less. It's $15.99. I think this is about $5,000 something. So it's a different market. And as a Leica fanboy, I'm always going to prefer this to this, but I can chuck this in my bag, abuse it, and not really care, because in about 2 years' time, some chump out there is going to pay 5 times what it costs when they run out of production facilities again. So, without any further ado, let's open this box up and see what you get for £1,599. I think it's the same in dollars if you buy it in the USA. Standard Fuji manual. Oh, that's pretty. It's a little cold because it's been in my car for the weekend. I refused to unbox this and my new Leica until I had tidied my desk, which I've now done, so I can shoot this. That's quite nice. That cap is quite firm. Aperture ring's got a lovely click to it, and the focusing ring is nice and smooth. Oh, I do like that very much. This is very similar to the Fuji X100 5 that I had, or V, whatever it was called. Okay, same Fuji sound that is very, very quiet. Battery definitely needs charging. Let's see if you can charge it in body. I can't remember. Yeah, you can. USB-C cable there. I think you've got an audio input there. Is that an audio for a tiny super small jack, or is it a normal one? Then you've got manual, you've got continuous, and you've got single, I think, or God knows what those settings are. I should know more about these cameras given how many of them I buy, but I don't. So that's f5.6. Let's bring that to f2. Minimum focus distance, I've heard, is 10 centimeters. So yeah, that was about 10 centimeters, and the detail is incredible. It's 40 megapixels. One of the issues I always have with the X100V is I like to quite quickly, from waist height, see something and take a shot, or I like to get it like that and just take that shot. I don't want to have to take a tripod with me. I don't want to have to set this down on a table to get that shot. I want sometimes to use longer shutter speeds. And when I say longer shutter speeds, I'm just talking about, like, you know, 1/30th or 1/50th. I don't want to always be cranked up to like 1/1000th of a second to take a shot, especially if it's a little low in terms of light out there. This now has the much improved sensor from the XH2S, and with image stabilization, I think this makes this a game changer. I'm really excited about using this. I'm going to Denmark tonight, so I'm going to take this one with me instead of my beloved Q3. Can you believe that? I'm actually going to leave that behind and take this with me as my point and shoot. I love this about Fuji. That. I absolutely love the fact that you've got the old-fashioned dials. They feel as good as ever. I love the fact that you just adjust the shutter speed here. I love the fact that you can then change the ISO here. I love the fact this has a built-in ND filter. That just saves me always having to screw one onto here. To give you a context of how difficult that is, if you've got this on the front of your Leica, you've got to unscrew this like that, take off the ND filter, and you don't really want that exposed like that, so you then got to put that back on. It also means carrying an ND filter with you somewhere. If you're going to be out between day and night, you've always got to carry it with you. The benefit of the X100 6 is that it's built in, and I just don't understand why more manufacturers don't do that. It's just one less piece of glass to worry about. sorry, Fuji. The abuse I gave you for the X100V, I think it was justified, but I think you've done good with this. I love this lens. It's just so compact. And unlike the Leica, you can actually buy little attachments for that to give you a 50 or 75 equivalent, rather than just cropping in as you do here. Cropping in's all good and well. The problem with cropping in is you're not actually getting a different focal length. You're not getting that background compression. So for example, this is at 35, and if I was to go out like this, go in to 50, it's different, the compression. You know, it's a zoom lens, so it compresses the background or it pushes the background further away. With these cameras, you can buy a little attachment to add on to the front so that you can actually get a proper native 50mm on here. But for now, that's been my first impressions of the Fujifilm X100 VI, X100 6.